Copycat ass nigga. We honest. And we ain't got nothing to lose. And we ain't got nothing to prove. Welcome to Nickerson Gardens. You have stepped on the land and the home of the hardest. We honest. And we ain't got nothing to lose. And we ain't got nothing to prove. I came up becoming studying while he go. Weapon on the seatbelt and keep it on safety. No drive-by, jump out boys. Get crazy, get stupid, get terrible. When they seem to get angry, when they gave birth to us, when they J's to this murder time. No worse, cause everybody's getting terrified. Hey man, you already know what to do, man. It's your favorite host, CEO Nino Cappucino, AK Bunny Hunter BJ, the Breeze in, man. And we here to talk about it today, man. We going in and we gonna talk about it. You see what the top title say, YouTube world? You see what the top title say, man. For those who don't know, man, on IG, Facebook, and everywhere else across the globe, man, we here to set the record straight. Me, as a double OG, retired general, man, who made it out of that situation where niggas is trying to make it in, I'm here to set the record straight, man, and speak on facts when it comes down to this Los Angeles gang culture, the origins, you feel me, where it all started at, and LA trends, bro. This is not a topic of bragging and boasting. This is a topic of educational facts, because the young youth out there in the streets and those who choose to be in the streets need to know, hear, and decipher the truth between the internet bullshit and fake ass niggas jump on here talking about they founders, they OGs, they blood this, they crip that, and blood this. And them niggas ain't shit at the end of the day. They're not official. Stay glued to your seat, man. Shout out to all my truck drivers, man. All the truckers in the grove, man. All the truckers of the world, man. Wherever you at right now, getting in. Shout out to all my truckers, man. You already know, man. It's your favorite host, CEO Nino Cappucino, AK Bunny Hunter BJ the Breeze. Stay glued to your seat, glued to your cubicle, wherever you at work. Mr. Postman, Mr. Delivery Man, Mr. Amazon Man, Mr. Amazon woman, wherever you at, stay glued to your seat. I'll be right back at you. Let's go. Courtesy of Young Rat Trap, man, on the music, man. Shout out to my little homie, Rat Trap, man. Doing so much damage, we barely have allies. We beefing on the inside and we're beefing on the outside. Listen to the lyrics. All true words on each other, but for sure we let no other slide. Taking, we go ride. Lost a few soldiers on the way, some more gunfire. And only about the guns, don't get it twisted, we got hands down. Swamp with the brains, doing shit that others can't do. All of us niggas is kids really carry issues. We don't have nothing to lose, we'll come and get you. Niggas and daughters, just stepped on the land and the home with the hardest. We honest. And we ain't got nothing to lose. And we ain't got nothing to prove. Welcome to Niggas and daughters, just stepped on the land and the home with the hardest. We honest. And we ain't got nothing to lose. And we ain't got nothing to prove. In junior high and high schools, we was really thundercats and us with all the late. Yo. Yo, man, what it do? We back, man. It's your favorite host, man, CEO Nino Cappucino, AK Bunny and the BJ, the Breeze in, man. And it's your favorite growing epic podcast show around, man. Rules of engagement. Push that like, share, subscribe button, tell a friend, man. It's going down, man. Yes, it's going down. Let's go. It's going down. Trying to wait for a few people to tap in. YouTube world, what it do, YouTube world? So yeah, man, listen, man. Today we here, man, to talk about this Los Angeles gang culture and the trends, man. And at the end of the day, why is cats on here 50 and up, man, on the internet constantly arguing about gang shit, gang bullshit, and whose hood who, and whose turf is this, and my hood this, and my hood that, and my hood this, and ain't now one of you niggas don't even own your hoods.
You don't got a restaurant built in your hood. You don't got a YMC, a children's after-school program, nothing built in none of these hoods and these communities, bro. Reason being is because A1, they took all that shit out of our programs. Every time one of us, a real one, try to establish them type of programs, because I've been doing it for the past decade and being shot down and giving all these reasons of excuses why they don't want to build and why investors don't want to come in and build into our communities as far as the structure of YMCAs and after school programs for our kids, because they don't want that shit to happen no more. They want us to stay messed up. They want us to stay jacked up. So the only way anything like that's going to happen is cats got to take forefront. They got to take forefront. They got to make it happen on their own, man, as individuals and as real G's if you're really concerned about these so-called communities. Ain't no community worth helping if they can't help themselves. I'm going to say that again. Oops, did he say that? You damn right I said it. There's not a community out here that exists, period, that needs the overall help of others or help if you're not helping yourself. What do you mean by that, Bonnie Hunter BJ? Break that down, explain that to us in TV land and TV world. What I mean by that is, unfortunately for the new generation, this new millennium, you guys don't have the slightest idea. You would never experience in this lifetime, probably. Hopefully you can. This is the purpose of me speaking on it. This is the purpose of me, putting this awareness out here. Hopefully that my people can wake up and we can get back to what it was. But you guys will never, ever experience the village experience, the village formula in none of these communities. All the communities, I'm talking about state to state, globally, state to state, you will never experience the village formula. And it's sad because all the states down south, I'm talking about deep down south, southern states that wasn't even on the map, that you hearing about certain shit and criminal elements is in their states now. These states was beautiful once upon a time. Low crime rates, low murder rates, no gang activities at all. The only thing they know about gangs is watching it on TV and watching a movie. They didn't dare take that shit to their streets and mimic it. So it's like now, none of these communities, nowhere in no country, well, I'm going to take that back, not every country, but nowhere as far as the domestic states. There's nowhere in any state right now, man, out of our 50 states, there's nowhere in a state where a community is being dealt with and handling themselves as villages. Well, you need to break that village situation down to us, Nino Cappucino, so that we in TV land, those who don't understand, can understand. So let me break it down. When we were growing up, Miss Johnson, Mr. Green, Mr. Pokey, Miss Brown, they all sit outside on different porches in their communities, and they watch over all the kids, including their own. One kid can get out of line. Miss Brown will say, hey, come here. Louis, come here, boy. Come here, Louis. Miss Brown will call little Louis over there, and Louis is not her son, but Louis plays with one of her sons. Louis was just cussing. Miss Brown gonna check him and tell him, if you do it again, I'm gonna make you go out there and pull one of them switches off the branch for me, boy. Don't you cuss around here, Louis. Yes, ma'am, Miss Brown. And Louis was a bad little managed little boy. But guess what? When it came down to the village, when it came down to our elders and our adults, respect was a must. It wasn't no talking back. It wasn't no talking shit to Miss Brown because she ain't your mama. And you know your mama ain't gonna give a shit. Feel me? Oh, it wasn't none of that. It was parents that loved, parents that cared, and parents that protected, even if they wasn't your parents. And that's why a lot of us that grew up in them 70s, 80s, and the 90s were so loved and so grounded when it came down to our parents and having parents. And we made effed up choices as far as individuals to get involved with the street life and the streets and the gangs and drugs and whatever the choices may be. A lot of us didn't have to go left. We could have went right. Niggas could have went narrow and straight. But a lot of individuals chose to go left and go narrow because they rebelled. They thought they was missing something. Because out of all the direction and the guidance that our parents was giving us and the protection our parents was giving us, cats decided to rebel. Females decided to rebel. So we went through our time and our experiences of things that we didn't have to. And what really tore us down as a community, what effed us up, let me tell you what effed us up, our generations, was the drugs. If it hadn't been them drugs, oh boy, look here. I know for a fact we would have rebuilt these communities, man, on the Black Panther formula, bro, the way it was and the way it should have been. We would have picked up the slack of where them brothers had built a regime so powerful and so strong that it became a threatened force. We would have picked that slack up, man, as black men in these communities, bro, and held down each other, held ourselves down if the drugs didn't come about. The drugs was a part of the plan. It was all a part of Fat Boy's plan, man. But who was Fat Boy behind the BJ? You always use that terminology phrase, a Fat Boy. J. Edgar Hoover, man. J. Edgar Hoover. I don't give a damn about him resting. He shouldn't be resting in peace. He should be, anywho, you know who I'm talking about. You know the message. He destroyed us, bro. He destroyed anything that was organized, anything that was structured, anything that became a threat to society coming from the black melanated man. Oh, they destroyed it. They destroyed it. They made sure they got rid of it then and got rid of all the offsprings possible who would even have the mentality to think they're going to come up and pick up the slack. They got rid of them. You feel what I'm saying? So they destroyed us and implicated, imported, and hit us with the manipulation of gangs and drugs to keep our stupid, dumb jackasses occupied because they didn't want us to become smart black men. They didn't want us to be the smart black men that we once were, who were protecting our black women, who were protecting our black kids, who were protecting our little daughters. They didn't want that. They wanted to destroy it, and they did a damn good job of doing it. And all they did was put the blueprint out there. We did all the work, and we're still doing it right now today, man. Hey, man, listen, I need y'all, man, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, man. Tap in on this show right here, man. This is one of the most grinding, I'm talking about uncut, raw, riveting show for the people, by the people, to the people, man. Because we always talk to survive over here in Watts, baby. Always talk to survive. And I'm going to give it to you facts, man, from what I know, logical facts from what I experienced, what I lived through, and what I made it out of. And today, man, I'm here to correct a few things. We're going to talk about a couple of things, man, within the subject on here. But I'm going to kick the show off first. I want to go to this particular video, and I want to display something based on the Hoovers, Gumby, Texas, and just the gangs in Texas right now, because this shit is all imported into what I'm talking about today, all the way to the East Coast to New York, man. So stay glued to your seat. Don't go nowhere, man. And I mean, don't go nowhere. We in the building. Let's go, TV, man. Who is that over that's tapped in over here, man? Tiny Roski? Nah, I ain't never heard of him. Northside? Never heard of him. Never heard of a Tiny Roski, buddy. We back, man. We back. You watching, man. You watching. You tapped in right now. You buzzed in. You watching Rules of Engagement 24/14, man. One of the most riveting, raw, uncut podcast shows around, man. Because I'm here for the people, by the people, to the people. That's it. That's all, man. I'm not here for the buffoonery, the fuckery, none of that shit, man. I don't need that type of clout. I don't need it and don't want it, man. Yeah, straight up. If I can't grow, if it's not growth, change, the mindset ain't right, I don't even want it, man. I could have stayed in the streets for that shit. I could have literally, physically stayed in the streets instead of coming to the internet to be ignorant, bro. It makes no sense to me, man. So look here, man. Jumping right in real quick. Now, OG Gumby, man, from Hoover. First and foremost, I want to say shout out to my family, man, to my relatives, my bloodline, my true, real cousins, bloodline, man. Shout out to Groove, man. Hoover Sam, man. OG Daryl Ransom, General, man. Straight up General. My family wasn't nothing but generals from the 107, man, Salos, from that side. My relatives from Five Dukes Hoover, man. Gangster T, one of the number one founders of the gangsters over there, man. Five Dukes Hoover, man. Shout out to my family, man. Gangster T, man. He retired, went on to become a Muslim. Great brother, man. Great brother. Straight solid. And everybody know him. Everybody know the Ransom brothers. Everybody know my relative. You feel me? Hoover Joe, rest in peace. Big Hoover Joe. Hoover Sam. Hoover Devil. Yeah. Andre Ransom. Daryl Ransom. It's my family, nigga. Look at me. Look at my genes. Take a look at Devil, nigga. Look at me. Look at Sam and look at my genes. It's my family, nigga. It's my bloodline. Shout out to my relatives, nigga. Straight up. So I know my history and my alliance. I know how I used to roll in these streets. I was one of the only bloods, nigga. This was during the 90s. I'm talking about banged out, banging. We were in the peace treaty for a whole decade during this time and era in Watts. But the whole city was banged out. Nigga, I'm the only B-dog we used to be able to go to the club, nigga, go to the motorcycle club on 52nd, on the corner of 52nd, nigga, Hoover, and party with the Grooves, nigga. Flamed up, red down, nigga. And they all of them know I'm Bounty Hunter. They had a couple of fights with niggas over there, nigga, for trying to test me, thinking, oh, you gonna test me because I'm over here? And you, nah, nigga, my relatives is real generals, nigga, and I can get that fade. So I come from that real era, bro. So when cats try to come at me or try to call themselves going at me on this internet, bro, it's like, I ain't having that shit, nigga. I didn't have it in the streets. How you think I survived all these decades, these years, and putting that work in, nigga, and being from the set and being one of them real generals from Nixon Guard, nigga? I didn't survive through that shit being no wingy, no punk, nobody's pussy. I was really one of them dudes, and still is within, though. Still is one of them niggas within, because I don't got to be there. I'm not in that life no more. I took myself out of that equation because I was smart enough to do so. I had the right mindset and the right brain to do so, and the right leadership within myself, because didn't no nigga never lead me. I wasn't no follower. I started out as a soldier. I took directions and instructions from my big homies that taught me, and I grew, and I earned the rank to become a warrior, to a general, nigga. I had to earn that shit. The difference between today, these new millennium niggas don't earn nothing. They just call themselves big homies and OGs just off the top. That's why we got to talk about this shit. Like this cat on this video hollering about, yo, son, yeah, son, on me, son. I was down 18, 19 years old. We were the big homies, son. See, this is why the New York niggas got this shit all backwards and fucked up and misconstrued. And I got to go in and check this shit, man. Once again, like I had to do 4 or 5 years ago. Because y'all keep putting this shit in the atmosphere and giving the wrong information to all these kids, especially them kids on the East Coast. That's why they so mixed up now, man. Because you dudes didn't give them the truth. You didn't give them the official truth, and you didn't give them the truth. Check this out, man. Now here it is, Gumby arguing with Texas Hoovers because dudes don't want to keep the Lions the way it was. They want to branch off and do their own thing and do it differently. So it's causing havoc, and it's causing a ball of confusion and disrespect when it comes to the origins of Los Angeles. Cat's been speaking on this a long time ago. Cat's been talking about it, that these out-of-town dudes from different states decide they want to take the titles in the LA gang titles and the LA names and run with it, and then twist the names all up and disrespect it instead of honoring the G code of this shit. Then leave it alone. Why touch a LA gang then? If your ass want to mimic a LA gang, then why not come up with your own Timbuktu gang then, nigga? Call yourself Timbuktu from Texas then, nigga. You shouldn't be a Hoover, a Blood, or nothing. Just be a Timbuktu gangster then, nigga, from Texas or from wherever you choose to be from. But instead, you're mimicking Los Angeles gangs, bro. And the shit is becoming a problem. Worse now. It's already been a problem. But because of the internet has opened those doors and make it broader and make it challenging, it's becoming worse now, bro.
I'm telling niggas, you know what I'm supposed to tell it. Stand on bit now. You could have known me. I tell anybody, nigga. You could have known me on the first. I'm telling you to tell.
Now, let me explain to you. This is Kunta, Texas Crip, nigga who don't like that other black ugly dude. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't like his ugly ass neither. Bust their ass. But anywho, this is Kunta. Kunta gets into an argument with Gumby, and they get into, you know, a real verbal argument because these dudes ain't respecting LA politics when it comes down to the origins of the gang culture. Because y'all done took these cats' name, y'all done took their titles, ran with it to your state, and you trying to change up the game, bro. When Los Angeles had every bit of over 60 years in life, in existence, when it comes to the gang culture. Don't no state got no damn 60 years. It's like that lying ass ninja on this other video I'm gonna show you. Tell me, yo, son, yeah, son, we've been blood 30 years in New York. We've been blood 30 years. You a blood goddamn lie. You a blood damn lie. Have not no bloods existed in New York for no 30 freaking years. And I'm gonna break that shit down to you, and I'm gonna break it down to you in numbers and show you from facts and proof how this fool got on here and lied. And that 30 years that he put out there is a flat ass lie, a boasting lie. And now you're gonna have other youngsters running with that shit, thinking it ain't mine. Oh, we've been blood in New York for 30 years. So let me get this straight. If we've been genocided for over 61, then 62 years, from 1969 to the existence of 2025 today, do the math, TV Land. 1969 to 2025 today. How in the hell can New York be in existence of being blood for 30 years? That's half of that 60. So that means New York started blooding back in the 80s. But to my recollection, and to Winter Peak, the first recorded blood shit established in 1993 when we were going into peace. We were finding ourselves in Watts. We were going into peace when you niggas decided to mimic us. When all the whole entire decade of the 80s and the 70s, New York clowned Los Angeles. They clowned us for being gang members. Chicago used to clown us for being gang members and gang bangers. Every other state clowned our stupid asses for being gang bangers and gang members and killing over red and blue, over two colors. We didn't fucking own. And it's funny how the tables turned, and them same states and cities that used to clown us and laugh turned around and mimic us. They're mimicking us, and they try to be exactly like us, but on a whole different scale with different rules. Doesn't work like that, man. So this is what you end up with. Now you got a Hoover with an East Coast brother, but he not knowing from Texas. If that was in LA, them sets don't get along. They having friction because you don't know the LA politics. And again, I'm not here to argue about my gang, my set, or who gang this, who. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit no more. And I mean that shit from my heart. I don't give a shit. My only concern is to give the truth to those out there who choose this life, so that they at least have the understanding and the right discretion of, okay, this is what it's supposed to be like, and this is what it is. If I'm going to do this, I got to do it in the right form. I got to do it in a form where, okay, it has official meaning to it, or it has official concepts to it, man. Why take the origins of something that was already established long before us and flip it and change it all up? Why? Of course it's going to bring a ball of confusion. Of course it's going to bring separation. Of course it's going to bring friction, hate, anger, violence. The differential. Average Bloods and Crips across the globe, state to state, aren't really Bloods and Crips, period. You niggas are imagining and you're mimicking a state the origin of this shit. You were really Bloods and Crips, we would have a worldwide, global epidemic of bodies dropping, recorded behind red and blue, Blood and Crips. Let's take it back so I can make that example, the reason why I said that. Let's go back to the origins. Los Angeles, 1969 through 1970s, the bloody 80s. I could stop right there. I don't even got to go to the 90s. Just them 2.5 decades right there. If you go to Los Angeles with a peep and you go to Los Angeles history and you look up the gang culture death toll of Los Angeles during the gang epidemic, when niggas was gang banging. For real, for real. Go look at the death tolls. You couldn't wear red or blue. You couldn't wear that color, bro, because you was dying. Stupid shit. To sit back now as an adult, a grown man, a man of intelligence, integrity, stupid shit that we were doing, bro. But that's how serious and sincere it was for us. So this is why a lot of cats, just 50, 55, ain't in the game no more, but still, they rock with a certain sincerity in their heart, bro, when it comes down to LA gang culture, because this shit was real to us, bro, and it had meaning. This shit really had meaning. And we lost a lot of people. People lost family, mamas, daddies who was banging, daddies and mamas who was living the criminal element, criminal lives, dope fiends, innocent bystanders, daddies, mamas, kids. So when it comes to this shit touches individuals in certain ways, bro, unlike other individuals in other states, because y'all didn't live our life, but you're constantly trying to compare yourself to LA dudes and LA gang culture now. You can't do that shit. It'll never happen. It'll never, ever amount and be the same, bro. It'll never, ever, 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 ever be the same. Because I just explained it to y'all. You niggas ain't dropping one another. You ain't dropping bodies behind colors. Y'all done missed that whole entire era. Most Crips today wear more red than the Law and Loud. You can't even tell they Crips. More Bloods wear more blue now than the Bloods Law and Loud. So you can't tell they Bloods. And that's a good thing. I mean, I was caught up too, same way. Nigga, you couldn't pay me. I wasn't eating nothing purple. I wasn't drinking nothing purple. Purple wasn't even coming out of my mouth. A grape, nothing. Feel me? Blue, powder blue, nothing. It was red and burgundy and gray, nigga. That was it. Red, burgundy, gray, or silver, or brown. That's it. And then you had to be careful in the brown because the brown stood for a certain hood. That was First Town Mafia colors. So it was like, so our gang culture, bro, was very, very sincere and dominant when it came to Los Angeles, man. So this is why you having so much friction on the internet now when it comes to this stupid ass gang culture, when all this shit should be shut down. All of it should be shut down, bro. Like I said, what we gonna do? Fight for another? We going for 100 years? We gonna shoot for 100 years of gangs being in existence in life in the world? That's so dumb. Forget about being a culture. Forget about being black. Fuck all that. Fuck the other cultures and the other races are passing us up. They done been surpassed us. Forget about all that. You know what I mean? Forget about all that. All that don't even matter. We gonna sit here and continue to genocide one another, black on black crimes, and kill one another while all the other races prosper, grow, get rich, get wealthy, pass the wealth down to their children, continue to produce children and families while our stupid dog asses out here catching HIV, all the disease that you can emit, all the disease that you can instill into the body. We're catching them, turned up, partying, no preparations, no nothing. And that's not all of us. Don't get me wrong. But it's a big, major number of us when it comes down to the black culture and the black communities, man. So check out the rest of this video.
Stand on a bit now. You could have came at me, brother. That I tell anybody that, nigga. You could have came at me on the bus. I'm telling you to tell. I tell that nigga. Stand on a motherfucking business. No, I'm gonna tell you this to you. Stay on our motherfucking business. I'm over, nigga. I'm over. Let's get past this. No. This is right here. I'm telling you, that nigga not over. He better not speak on his business. And he ain't saying what he was saying. Hey, I went to jail and got nothing to do with our business. I'm telling you, your brother from East Coast, and he got nothing to do with our business. But you ain't got a choice. I'm telling you, I'm telling nigga, you know what I'm supposed to tell that nigga. Stay on our bit now. You could have done it, brother.
Now, he in Texas. See, niggas be woofing and all that. Keep telling y'all dudes, man, certain dudes is cut different, bro. And they real dudes, and they gonna stay solid no matter where they at. He in Texas. He in Texas arguing with these niggas. See, I can't argue with a cat I don't know like that. I gotta take flight. I gotta get it in, bro. And once a nigga, I feel like a nigga done violated and he done roared up and flexed up, ain't no arguing for me. Now it's about creeping. It's about, let me slide on over here, put myself in position, put that weight on my right heel so I can take off on this ninja and bust this shit wide open for even talking out of line to me or talking crazy to me, nigga, when I'm the origins of this shit. I come from this shit for real. You trying to argue me down and debate with me. I just got into this same discussion with a cat via through my messages just the other day about one of my stories and how he gonna tell me my story was sounding kind of inconsistent. You feel me? Inconsistently based on what was told and what he heard. I don't give a shit what you heard. Whatever you heard, you just like one of them, the rest of them lost mices and lost blind people out there. You got the shit ass backwards. You got the wrong concept. You got the wrong information from the wrong damn people. I'm telling you as an origin from this shit here. A nigga who really lived it, did it, participated, and made it out of it. And you want to steady go back and forth with me. Well, such and such say, well, so, and then he went so far to get in his feelings to say, well, y'all stole rap from us. LA stole rap from New York. Man, I don't give a shit about none of that old kitty ass, hoe ass shit. Y'all stole rap from us. Man, the whole world stole rap then from New York. The whole world stole rap from New York then. How about that? New York was the origin when it came down to hip hop. We respected and loved New York's musical iconic ways, bro. We loved it. So yeah, all right then. The whole world stole rap from New York, man. So let's move along, man.
No, I'm gonna tell this to you. Stay on our motherfucking business. I'm over, nigga. I'm over. Let's get past this. No. This is right here. I'm telling you, that nigga not over. He better not speak on his business. And he ain't saying.
All right, now moving along. I don't want to lay on that too much. Now, my thing with that, right? Now, this is my commentary to that. Me, I mean, Gumby is Gumby. He gonna do, you know, that's a man. He gonna do his thing, represent his shit how he chooses to represent it. But just me personally, if I was him, man, I wouldn't even put myself out there like that on this internet in front of the world like that, bro. Arguing with no ninja over no gang shit, bro. Period. Because that's the Pandora box opening door for them alphabet boys to say, oh, so you still active. 50 and all, you still active. Come on. We're going to hit you with this indictment. And we're going to take all your little foot soldiers with you. That's when the investigations come about. That's when they sit back and they start watching you, man, and looking at you. And watching your movements. Watching where you're flying in and out of. You're flying in and out of town. And then you making these statements too, G, about, yeah, I'll be out of state. I'll be here in this town. I'll be over here on whoop-to-whoop-to-whoop, on whoop-to-whoop-to-whoop. Shit, not wise, man. As an LA native. It's just my opinion. It ain't wise, G1. So look here, man, moving right along. Now we going to get to the topic and the subject at hand, man. Let's go, TV Land. I don't know what's happening with my chat box right now, man. He say Tiny Rascal. Tiny Rascal from where?
Heel pain and sore arches won't stop you.
Tiny Rascal from where? Northside?
Let me ask you a question.
Now, here we go, y'all. Let's get into the real nitty ditty, man. Let's get into the real nitty ditty, y'all. Put my readers on right quick, too, man. Shout out to those who's tapped in, man. Tapped in right here, man. Facebook Live. Who is that? Wabba Hacha? Wabba, what up, Wabba? Oh, no, say it ain't so. Angie the Great. Angie the Great. Yeah, you need to get in the gym with me, girl. I'll get it all off of you. Get in the gym with me, Angie. 3-Eye Gangster, what it do? CJ. Four. But 93 to 25 ain't 30 years. 444, do the math. 1993 to 23, that's a decade. That's 10 years. That's 10 years. From 1993 to 2023 is 10 years, bro. That's one decade. So from 2023 to 2025, where's the other 20 years coming from? Make me understand it. No damn New York been banging or been in blood since no damn 30 years, man. That's what I'm saying. The castle was... Ain't no way, Hacha. My boy say Big Ronnie. Yeah, that's me, man. Big Ronnie, baby. I see you been paying attention, man. I appreciate you, homie. New York is in the building, man. And again, hold on. Let me clarify this too. Let me put this out here. Let me make sure I put this out here, bro. Please, to all my New York natives, I'm not talking about the whole entire city. I'm not talking about the whole entire city. I'm not talking about real men, real fathers in New York. I ain't talking about these fake imitation, wannabe OGs, founders, blood founders, gang members / gangbangers. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to all them winning niggas. And I'm definitely talking to Jimmy ass. I'm on that nigga head right now today. I'm definitely on Jimmy head. Jim Jones, 9 Trey. Ain't no such thing as a 9 Trey blood in Los Angeles. You will never ever hear blood use a Crip number. See, this guy's, that's why I say the shit is so confusing, so ass backwards, and they didn't did it the way they want to do it. This is why it's a ball of confusion. You'll never hear blood say I'm 9 Trey in LA. It's 9 Trey blood. Anything from the 90s is Crips. We know this. If you know your shit, you know your history, you know LA, then you know this. 9 Trey, 9 Deuce, 94th, 95th Street, Normandy, Western, anything in them 90s. Them is Crip factors. We have no bloods in existence with numbers in the 90s. None in the hundreds. None of that. Feel me? Do your history. This is how the numbers go. 6 Deuce, Brams, nigga. 5'9", Brams. 5'9", Skyline Brams. 6 Deuce Brams. Do your history. These are the only numbers, bro. The 20s, nigga. NHP 20s, rolling 20s, nigga. Then you got the rolling 20s from Long Beach, Crips. Do your thorough history and stop trying to compare and comparison, because there is no comparison. New York took the shit, ran with it, watered it down, put it out there in the atmosphere to other little young kids in the streets of New York who had no understanding, no direction, didn't have no meaning of understanding knowing what it was. And it was easy for these dudes to run with this shit and become who they became, the generals or the OGs or the big homies in New York. Ain't none of them niggas put in no work. None of them niggas CKs, BKs, none of them niggas wasn't laying down shit when it came down to the blue and the red. This what this shit wasn't being built on. So y'all didn't have our problems. Y'all didn't have the defining factor and problems that we had in Los Angeles when it came to this gang culture shit. And you wonder why a lot of dudes feel the way they feel, because they had to really live through that shit. That nigga Gumby had to live through being a real Hoover, nigga. So hell yeah, he gonna feel the way he feel, and he gonna be adamant about it, straight up. And I respect him for standing his grounds as a man, bro, no matter where he at. And that's real talk, nigga. Don't let no nigga talk to you just because you in his city, in his state. Feel me? Like I said, the only difference, he bigger than me. He's stronger than me, though, because the only difference, me, if I know we didn't went there and then went to that much of disrespect, then I'm taking off. That's why I wish that phony nigga would have did me like that when I was down there and he felt some kind of way. Why didn't you disrespect me during the interview or during the course of while we was talking? Why would you even come on the show and do an interview with me? I would have fucked you off. I'd have beat your ass with these mother. Man, anywho's, like I said, I don't even want to hurt. I don't even want to do nothing to nobody of my own kind. But this one particular nigga, him and another nigga, LA wise, I had to fight myself daily, bro, from getting into the mentality of the old me, man. Because sometimes I ain't gonna lie, individuals make me mad, bro, and take me into the point mentally where I be like, man, the nerve of these niggas is cockroaches to me. Straight, real cockroaches. You know what you do to cockroach? See him on the wall, you smash him. You smash him, kill him, you get rid of him. That's what you do to a cockroach. And I know what I do to cockroaches, bro. So I gotta pray on it. I gotta go back I gotta check the man in the mirror. I gotta holler at BJ. Nino gotta tell BJ to calm down. I go through this shit daily, man, at times, bro. But it's all right. It's okay. Because I know I'm real with myself. So therefore I can be real with you guys. I'm true to myself, so I can be true to y'all or true to others. I'm loyal to me, bro. I love me. So therefore I'm able to love others. And I'm just tired of niggas getting on this internet lying to our young youth, bro. So check me out. Niggas talking about they've been blood for 30 years, right? I'm going to break down the numbers. But first, we're going to go into this video. This is Fat Joe interviewing this fool, Jim Jones. Now, TV Land, Hugo, you right on point, Hugo. Appreciate you for tapping in. That's the first recorded ever in history of Bloods being in New York and established and started in Rikers Island. Hugo, good looking out on that information, Hugo. I was finna read that anyway off of Wikipedia. So check it out. Let me give y'all something. Let me just tell y'all about this nigga Jimmy. Jim Jones ain't no thorough blood, period. I'm just gonna put that on out there now. Jim Jones is soft, cushion, a crybaby, a weenie. Nigga, Waka Flocka, my homie Papa Smurf, nigga from Devon Lane, rapper. I'm talking about an undergrade rapper at that. Nigga that's got vicious smoke, vicious lyrics. Should have been out there and blew out the water, man. But he didn't sell his soul. The homie Waka Flocka, man. Feel me? And Papa Smurf ended up connecting together. And Gucci. So they signed Waka. Waka and Gucci grabbed Papa and signed him. So let me explain to y'all, break this shit down, how it was going down in the 90s. All your average so-called gangster rappers of the 90s, just into the day, niggas was under pressure when it came to LA. Niggas was under pressure when it came to the fly zone of LA and had to do shows. The difference between the day, why the day is so wide open, why cats can get on this internet and wolf and talk that shit and bark like they bark, because they don't got to travel to the nigga city to do a show if need to be. They can go to the opposite direction now. It used to be a time where when you was breaking music in, you had to see New York. You had to see the Midwest. You had to see the West Coast. It was a must, or you wasn't breaking your music in. Feel me? It wasn't so much as down south, because down south had to break the doors down and make their means for us to respect them, for them to get in. Because at first, for a long time, for a whole decade, it was East and West, New York and LA, East and West. That's it. Wasn't nothing else. No Midwest, Kansas City, Chicago, Seattle, New Orleans, St. Louis. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't none of that. Any of them cats that was coming out of that city, they merged to the West Coast or they went to the East. Those are the only two coasts, bro. So when you were breaking music in the 90s, you had to come to LA. And at that time, LA was under pressure. Niggas was applying real pressure in the game because we was on a different structure, because the last of the street dudes from the 70s and the 80s were still in their young 30s and 40s in the 90s feel me, and was still in them streets. I was one of them. And we was applying pressure, nigga. Pressure. Straight up. And so a lot of your so-called gangster rappers wasn't no gangster rappers. They wasn't gangstering shit. They was trying to hook up with certain hoods and certain cats from these hoods so that they would have that LA umbrella and have that alliance so that they can move around when they got to LA. So you had cats like Gucci and Waka Flocka. They snatched little Papa Smurf, signed Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf has an alliance with the Beat-Offs because he's from Dimmer Lane. Feel me? That's Mont, the homie Mont. That's his Relly. They all family. Shout out to homie Mont, BL, Dimmer Lane. So the homies snatched a few niggas, including myself. I ain't even going to the names who I done had in the industry, who I had my boot in they back. I done protected niggas, bodyguard for these niggas, protected their name. Feel me? Protected them from being robbed, all kind of shit. Feel me? And got paid for it. Good paid for it, nigga. Straight up. It wasn't no extortion. That was my work. Feel me? They needed my assistance, they needed my power, needed me, and I provided, along with a lot of other real cats. So this is why it's a trip now how the shoes and chains. We come out of an analog world where you had to come to the streets and break your record in. You had to come to the streets because it was vinyl being sold, CDs being sold. You had to show up in the public's eye at signings at these record companies. That's the only way you was going to sell your records. So in order to do that, you have to have an alliance with individuals in these cities that you fucking with. So during this time, New York wasn't banging. New York wasn't banging. They wasn't blood and cripping and all out of control. They was having problems, racial problems, bro. So this nigga Jim Jones, the Inglewood families had him. Then the Swans got a hold to him. That's when you had Dipset West. That's when he was running around here talking about Dipset West. The Bird Gang. So the homies had him. You feel what I'm saying? And the homies had him for a reason, bro. Because them niggas needed that West Coast alliance in order to move around in the streets of the West Coast, in order to go to the whiskey club, go to the little certain clubs and perform. Then you better have them real niggas with you, or it's going to be a problem. So, Jimmy, you need to sit your ass down, man, 50 and up, talking about you founded something, you started this, and yo, man, I'll beat your ass, man, for telling these youngsters dropping your flag like they pussy and don't drop your flag. You ain't gonna never drop your flag. You ain't never picked up one, nigga. Mr. Founder. Then they got this nigga recorded on phone conversations. They ain't never got arrested. Ain't never went to jail. I mean, come on, man. So it's like, see, these are the type of cats that are leading our kids on this internet. These are the type of niggas that I used to looking up to because they looking at the bullshit jury and all that. So let me help me out, New York. This nigga's talking about he a founder and all that. He a founder blood of the 9 trades and all that, right? Nigga, I was there in the 2000s. I was there deep in New York with the GK Blacks, the 9 trades, the Sex Money Murders, all of them, nigga. I can roll call Sex Money Murders that I know. Physically know, nigga. Feel me? GK Blacks that I know, nigga. Physically know. I'll tell you who were really gangbanging when it came to the East Coast. I'll tell you what city really took the Los Angeles gang culture and the Los Angeles gang trend and ran with it. And they still got it right now today. And that's what makes them so official. And that's New York. And after New York, New Jersey boys, the niggas down in New Jersey, especially Patterson. Shout out to my boys up in Patterson, nigga, and Patterson Projects. New York was so off the hook in the 90s. Bodies was dropping down there, like I said, behind the red and the blue. Gray Street's got so much out of control out of there, nigga, that the mayor had to summons us. The mayor summons a few of us from Los Angeles that was gang advocates, flew us to fucking New Jersey, bro, to talk to the youth down there, bro, about the gang culture and our peace treaty alliance that we had going on in Watts. So, man, can't no ninja sit on his internet and debate with me and tell me shit about the gang culture when it comes to the history of what I lived and what I know I've been involved with and participated in, man, with others in the real deal. You ninjas is mimicking some shit that we established and should have never established it. And genocide's behind. And now you brag and boast on this shit. Stop lying to these kids. Bunch of lies. Sitting up here making yourself sound like you a general, you a hell of blood.
I see. Let me ask you a question.
Fat Joe asked this
So
nigga.
have you been seeing Hocus 4/5 doing
And the Hocus Pocus 4/5 or whatever that nigga name is, I ain't never heard of him, none of that. But he the one that came up with the concept about drop your flag. But all the time, his concept of dropping your flag is totally different from the concept overall. His concept is dealing with the 3 alphabet letters I've been telling you guys about that we're going to talk about. That's the purpose of me making this video. So listen.
seeing Hocus 4/5 doing the put the flag down? What's your opinion on that?
To each his own. You know, but I think it's a way to do everything. I think
See, this is the same shit. That's how you can tell when ninjas is real busters, man. This nigga Jim Jones gonna say when Fat Joe say, what's your opinion on laying your flag down and dropping your flag? What's your opinion on that? What's your take? He gonna lay back in the chair. Well, you know, to each his own. No, ain't no to each his own, motherfucker. If you supposed to be a real Damu and you claim you really come from that era of the shit, why wouldn't you want to see change for these youngins? Why wouldn't you want to save their lives and tell them, hell no, man, yeah, he right, bro. Drop them flags, homie. Y'all don't got to do what we did. We should have even been banging in New York from the giddy up. We was entertainers. We was rappers. We from Queensbridge. We from Scottsdale. We from Linwood. Nigga, we from cross the bridge. We don't know nothing about no gangs. We hustlers and dancers and beatboxers. But instead, you want to portray you a real gangster. That hard.
Like we in a war right now. And us being in a position and for the things that people see us for.
What kind of war, nigga? You see what I'm saying? You see these type of messages that are delivered, he gonna sit there and tell the youth, yo, you know what I'm saying? Because yo, we in a war right now. You know what I'm saying? We're in a war. What war? What war? If you're not talking about globally, the shit that's going on globally, what kind of war are you in? What kind of war are you in, nigga? You just went down to a train station and picked up y'all so-called founder, Murder Mook or Murder, whatever his name is, right? Y'all let this guy catch a train home. Y'all didn't go out there and pick your founder up in a limousine and put him in a suit and give him a 501c file and tell him, man, we taking this shit on a whole nother level now, OG. We're going to teach our kids and save lives, bro. Instead of taking lives, we're going to save lives. No. Your fake ass would have met him at a train station, nigga, not even in Harlem. You would have met him out on the road, plenty of New York trains, plenty of them. I can call them out by numbers. I can tell you how to go catch a train to get to Pennsylvania. I can tell you how to get the train from here to go to fucking goddamn PA or go to goddamn Philly. I done caught the train from New York to Philly, from Philly to New York when we was on tour. So it's like, bro, you go catch a train, pick your founder up. I don't even want to hear no more from this nigga, matter of fact. I don't even want to hear his voice. I don't even want to hear no more from this fake ass ninja Jim Jones, man. You go pick the founder up with a garbage bag across his shoulder at a train station. Post it on the internet like it's content and give him a bunch of fake ass, bullshit ass toy jewelry. Man, if I was dude, I'd have whooped Jimmy ass, man. I'd have spit on that nigga Jim and started beating the dog shit out of his ass for not sending me nothing to take care of me when I was in the pen, period. And then I'm a founder? And you gonna come give me some more bullshit chain? What about my kids? Who took care of my kids when I was gone? See, all that shit would have taught me, bro. I'd have came home with venom and anger and mad because that's how I used to parole, bro. Niggas didn't do for me. You give me a dime, a dollar, nothing. Okay. So now I knew where I stood with my so-called homies, most of them. And I dealt with them niggas accordingly on them levels. So check this out, bro. Let's jump right in this real quick, man. Nephew, what it do, Cal? Cal Calloway said, I'm not a criminal, but blacks need to leave the streets alone. And I agree with him 1,000%. Leave that shit alone, man. Okay, so check it out, man. Let's go, y'all. Let me jump right in this real quick before my closing. So, here we go. The United, you see, this is why I be so pissed, and this is why I had to come on here. Rodney, what it do? Rodney Moreland, what it do, Rodney? What's up, young homie? This is why I be so pissed and I had to come on here and express and explain and give facts and truth to the public. Now, Whittapeak, according to Whittapeak, you see what I'm saying? Riker Island never even established and started Bloods. They so-called establishment of Bloods is a Los Angeles prison organization. They took that prison organization out of context. They took that prison organization out of respect, disrespected it totally, switched over their concepts, switched over certain things in their rulings and their constitutions, and they publicized this shit. You can't find this shit written on Los Angeles origins of this organization. Why the hell was you able to find it in Whittapeak coming from out of New York? Because they took something that wasn't theirs in the first place. They took an origin, ran with it, twisted it up, and watered the shit down. And now they got the whole East Coast thinking that this alphabet is a gang. So this is why Whittapeak addresses it and calls it a gang. And if you're anywhere in Los Angeles, you go to any Los Angeles prison system, anywhere, you would never hear this particular alphabets being called a gang, man. Stupids. So all my New York natives, man, to all the kids in New York, all the youngers in New York, all the youngers on the East Coast, if you listen to this, if your daddy or your mama listen to this video, let your kids hear it. Stop following these fake ass, dope fiend ass, undercover ass, fake ass OGs and founder bloods that y'all claim down there, nigga. Check this out. The United Blood Nation, UBN, New York's branch of Bloods. New York's branch of Bloods. So help me out. A cat got in my inbox and tried to convince me that this shit was established in Riker Island first and then came to LA. For real? So damn, let me get this straight. 1982, 2122, nigga. A young hog, pure module, tearing shit up. Crips in there tearing shit down in the county jail. It's only about 15, 20 of us, nigga, active bloods in the county jail at this time. You wasn't an active blood and you was on the main line, you weren't active. And if you was on the main line, most of the bloods that was on the main line, which was big homies, older big homies, like 50, 45 in their 50s, big old swole niggas who got the respect from other niggas, from other Crips. They was the only ones that could, you know, that was on the main lines at the time because they was either trustees or worked in the child hall. If you was an active gang member and a gang banging blood in the county in the 80s, nigga, from 79 all through the 80s, man, listen, man. Me and Peabody used to be next door neighbors, sale for sale. We was like this once upon a time, nigga, roll dogs, brothers, till we fell out and fell apart. Feel me? This establishment was never, ever established and meant to surround a gang title or gangs, you ignorant fools. So, United Blood Nation branch of Bloods was first recorded in 1993 at Rikers Island, George Machan Detention. Center, GMDC. Incarcerated gang leader Omar Porter, OG Mac. Omar Porter allied several existing gangs to create the UBN. You see what he just said? Allied several existing gangs. He took the Monster Cody book. He took certain little particles and certain little shits from out of LA, read up on it, did his history, put a package together, and he served it to you ninjas. And y'all bit and y'all went for it and ran with that shit. So, specifically, reason why he did it. Porte allied several existing gangs to create the UBN for protection. To create the UBN for protection against the dominant Crip gangs. After being released from prison, the UBN leaders expanded the gang throughout the East Coast. Then it goes on to say, location. The United Blood Nation began at the George Mason Detention Center on Rikers Island in New York. Date. The information is recorded July 16, 1993. Purpose. Incarcerated gang leader Omar Porte founded the UBN to provide protection for its members from Crips. Expansion. After the release from prison, UBN leaders established the organization neighborhoods across the East Coast. So they took this Los Angeles known prison organization to the East Coast, took it to the streets of New York, and turned it into gangs. This is why I say, man, all this shit need to be dead, bro. I'm talking about dead. All of it. Every last bit of it need to be dead because it's watered down now. It has no more meaning. It has no more protocol, nothing behind the way it was originally established to give cats a chance to grow out of, and to become men. Now, you got these ninjas glorifying this shit, categorizing this shit on the internet like it's the thing to do, bro. And it's ass backwards, man. Who was that just tapped in? Okay, here's a New York native right here from Brooklyn, man, from BK from Brooklyn. Yak Williams. What's up, Yak Williams 912? Yak Williams 912. Yak said, man, I grew up in Brooklyn, man. Straight up. I grew up in Brooklyn. And he said Brooklyn should have stayed the crew that they was, man. Period. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, bro, me personally, coming from that genre and that life, bro, I feel sorry for a lot of these states. I feel sorry for them, bro. I feel sorry for these states, man, that they have the gang epidemic, man. They have the gang epidemic problems. They have these gang epidemic problems, bro. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for the states who have gang problems, and they're really not gang problems. They just mimicking and following a trend, bro, and trying to be like something that they're not. Something that these cities did never, ever produce. Hey, man, you've been tapped in and tuned in, man, to one of your finest, riveting podcast shows around, man. And like I said, to all the New York natives, man, y'all make sure y'all don't follow that nigga Jim Jones and listen to nothing that nigga got to say when he come out of the gang culture, because he's not a fucking gangster. And he don't stand on what he telling y'all, bro. He don't travel the world. He just can't. Matter of fact, check this out. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Ask him about when he got his fly zone revoked for damn near for a whole decade, not damn near for a whole decade. Ask that ninja why he ain't been to LA in 10 years when Inglewood and the Bird Gang ran his ass up out of here from behind the funnies and fake promises and shit and fake record deals. Ask that nigga. Feel me? See, he just squeezed his way back and went and shot a video and paid to go shoot that video with the Pyrus. He ain't from Pyru. But it's to go to show y'all niggas are trying to creep to get credibility. And I just did a show with Toon fake ass about 5-6 months ago where I kind of shied away from that when he asked me, what's my opinion on Jim Jones? I just said, oh, Jimmy, all right. And I kind of just shied away with it, just gave the nigga a little props. Said, he all right. You know what I mean? The homies, harvested him for a minute, took him under the wing for a minute and had him till he got out of line. Then they had to let him go. You feel me? I just didn't go into the details or talking about it, bro, because that ain't my thing on this internet. But when you cats get to getting on here and you steady going off at the mouth and popping like you just almighty and thou bloods, now nigga, now it's time for a real one, a real Damu, a real original LA native to put your ass in your place, nigga. Straight up. Because you ain't what the people think you are when it comes out of this Damu shit, nigga. You ain't knocked down nothing. You ain't beat up no Crips. You don't got a list on one hand of how many Crips you beat up in your life. You can't even say how many Crip fights you had in your life, Jim Jones. Tell the world that shit. Let's talk about how many Crips you beat up since you the founder and you started all this shit and no, don't drop your flag. How dare you tell these youngsters don't drop that flag? Pussy ass nigga. You ain't never had a flag in your pocket until you got protected by the real bloods, nigga. You a rapper. The whole Dipset crew was rappers, just like all the rest of the rappers. Lil Wayne, Baby, that whole crew, bro. The Baby Lokes, man, and the Peter Weeks, Baby Lokes, and the Peace Road, Peace Road niggas, man, are Jordan down, man. Feel me? The Baby Lokes, man, and the Peace Road, man, they had him. They had the, bro, listen, they had Lil Wayne, Turk, BG, they had all of them on lock, bro, at first. When them youngsters first came out and they first started traveling through the city, breaking their records in, the Jordan Downs grabbed them. We were in the Peace Street, nigga, I know what I'm talking about. We were over there partying with them. We were over there when they shot their first video with the Gray Streets with purple on and purple rags, nigga. So don't tell me. So I'm explaining to y'all the transition came about in the 90s because cats knew they had to go break them records in and they had to hit the streets of LA. So if I ain't tied in with the right individual in LA, oh, they gonna get me in LA. Them niggas wasn't playing no games in the streets. And this is the way it used to be. So now, because we're in the digital world, oh, nigga ain't gotta never see LA. He ain't gotta never come do a show in LA if he don't want to. So he can talk all the big shit he want. He can talk all the shit he want now. He ain't gotta fly nowhere really. And besides, ain't nobody making no music in the music world no damn more. The music scenery, that shit is overwit. Overrated and overwit. The only niggas is making music independently or the real entertainers that's in the game who are selling out arenas. And the only way you make money off your music now is off of shows and your brand. Merchandise. You're selling yourself. It's like you gotta resort back to the way it was in the 90s, basically, if you really want to make some money as an artist. Because other than that, the majors are making the money. The people who control the streamers are making the money. You think it's bullshit? Look at the movie game. As much as I've been getting down in this film game, bro, as much as a nigga been grinding in this film game, now the competition, it flipped just like the music flip. We got to compete as real actors and real filmmakers in the game. We got to compete with overnight motherfuckers who have made it over the internet because they had a following. So they got a Tubi movie out. We got to compete with motherfuckers who ain't really actors, but they got a movie out. So the networks have changed, bro, and control the situation. This is why they opened that door and they start allowing movies to shot sideways. A movie that got a black and white color in it. They still put it on the network and release it now. You couldn't pay them to release a movie like that in 2000 on down. They would shoot that shit down in a minute because A1, it didn't meet the BPMs. A1, it didn't meet the BPMs or the RPMs. It didn't meet the standard, digital standard as far as when it came down to the movie setting, as far as how the film is supposed to look, the sound, everything, editorial, everything. Now it doesn't even matter. If it made numbers, that's all that makes sense to them. It's going to stream. They're going to sell it. So this is why you see so many cats now that's got independent B movies released on these network channels, bro, because the networks are in control and they the one making the money. Half of the cats that get these deals for their movies to be released don't even get paid. They don't get advances, and they don't even get royalties, bro, because they didn't set their deals up right. On that note, man, listen, man, you've been tapped in, you've been tuned in, you buzzed in, man, by one of the finest, trendiest podcast shows around, man. I appreciate everybody who tapped in, buzzed in, man. You get on that phone, you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, hey, man, you want some great content weekly and daily? You need to go on over there and subscribe to YouTube channel Rules of Engagement 2414 to Bonnie Hunter BJ, man. AK CEO Nino Cappucino. Hey, listen to my folks out there, man. You know my moniker. Please, out there, don't drink and drive, man. Stay safe and don't drink and drive. And stop listening to these fake ass weenies on this internet talking about they OGs. And they don't want to see change for our people. And they don't want to see a different cause for our young youth. They don't want to give our young youth a chance to build generational wealth for themselves and to revamp or re-educate themselves. F them all. Because we can't help it over here at the Mighty W. We always talk to survive. And I'm out this bitch. Let's go.